Welcome to the 2024 Writing Goals Workshop. I have been designing this for months because I'm so excited to get going on new goals for 2024. And so I've designed a 3-day workshop to help you clarify your goals for 2024. This is going to get your mind in the perfect place to get done what you want to get done. So there are 3 days to this workshop. The first day is going to be reflecting on a past achievement. This allows you to gain confidence and know the knowledge of what you've done in the past is going to help you with whatever you want to accomplish in the future. So the second day is dreaming our way into our New Year's aspirations specifically. So I've got great journaling prompts that is really going to hone what you need to prioritize, what it's going to look like to accomplish this goal. And then the third is our action plan. I have journaling prompts and really fun exercises that will allow you to know what you need to do and then put that on the monthly calendar, but also the annual calendar so you can track your progress. So I'm so glad you've joined me for this. Don't worry, you don't have to listen to me and take rapid notes. I've provided a workbook below. You can sign up for that. And it also has the map to infinite creativity, which will also support you on your journey. And so I have my notes here. I got my notebook here. We're just going to do this a question at a time, a day at a time. But if you follow along in the workbook, I know it's going to make it so much easier. So I'm going to ask each question and give you an example based on one of my favorite accomplishments, which was publishing this little book right here. I self-published The Meaning Method, A Spiritual Path to Writing and Publishing. That link below is right below. And really, it expanded my life so much, my business, my fulfillment. And so this really is, next to the birth of my son, it's one of my proudest achievements. And so if you are interested in self-publishing or traditional publishing, or maybe you have some other creative dream, either way, I just wanted to give you the example of some of the things I learned from self-publishing, and then you plug in your favorite achievement as we go through these reflection questions. I do this for myself every year, and it gives you so much perspective. So without further ado, download the worksheets below, print them out, and let's get started. So this is an exercise I call the story of how it happened. These are poignant questions that allow you to suss out what you needed to know in order to achieve whatever you've achieved in the past. Use anything. Maybe you had a fertility journey that was ultimately successful, or you made a really good decision. Maybe it's a successful relationship. Maybe it's a career accolade. Maybe you started a coaching business and got clients. So take a moment, choose one achievement that really took some work in order to achieve, but then when it happened, you were so proud and you were so glad you did it. So for me, the first question for self-publishing this book is the advice I would give to someone embarking on this journey. So for the thing that you've already accomplished, that you've chosen, what advice would you give to someone else who's embarking on this journey? My advice for anybody who wants to self-publish is get into a community through one social media channel to concentrate on. So for instance, if you like Facebook groups, focus there. If you like Instagram, focus there. But it's going to help you in two ways. First of all, you're going to get so much inspiration, companionship, and motivation, as well as helpful information. But then if you're familiar with that, it's one of the most valuable ways to sell your book over time. So choose one, no more than one social media platform, and kind of have that your self-publishing go-to place where you get information, make contacts, and also talk about what you're doing and express yourself. So that's my advice, question number one, that I would give to someone else who wants to do this. Next, pause if you haven't finished answering for all of these questions. I'm just going to keep going at my normal speed. 2, the second question in the workbook below is, the only thing that could have held me back was, and I would say in my case, making bad investments. So when you embark on a new business journey, or a new publishing journey, a new artistic journey, creative journey, you're going to make mistakes. And of course, that is inevitable. Don't beat yourself up for that because you're doing something you've never done before. However, I know that there have been times where I have invested 5 figures into places that it shouldn't have gone, and then I had to re-earn that money as a business owner. And so making good financial decisions and making good business decisions with money is something that is so close to my heart for artists. And it's also why I give lots of advice on that here on this channel. So subscribe to the channel. Talk about self-publishing. I talk about making money on your book, all of those things. So of course, I'll be talking about the craft of writing in other questions, but I would say if I was going to burn myself and give up, it would have been because I invested money in the wrong places. That's question number 2. Question number 3, the most powerful thing I did to achieve my goal was, for me in the self-publishing journey, write a great book. I do talk about promotion. I do talk about good investments, but at the end of the day, I would never deny that the most important thing about the book is the book being beautiful, the book being honest, the book being vulnerable, the book being suspenseful. So if you want to be successful as a writer, put all your heart and love and care into writing a great book. So that's my advice for question number 3. What's the most powerful thing I did to reach my goal? Next up, let's go to 4. The first step to get started was, for me, scribbling down an outline, creating an outline for the book. That's how I started my book. I show how to do it in the book, and that's how I got started. So the first step to get where I am was, what was the first thing you did to break inertia and really move toward that goal? Number 5, in the messy middle, I learned how to, in the messy middle of the process, I learned how to, for me in self-publishing, I learned how to organize my time so I could split my time between being a businesswoman and a mom, and then also finish a book on the other hand. So I got really good at making time, organizing time, etc. And I talk about that all the time here and in the book. So yes, that's number 5. In the messy middle, what did you have to learn to get through that messy middle stage in this thing you've been successful at achieving? 6, by the time I mastered the process, I knew how to. What did you learn by mastering the process? I got really confident with my chapter formula. So I knew how to sit down with a notebook. I knew what I needed to execute in order to finish a chapter, and I went through it and did it. So that was great. So by the time I mastered the process, what did you learn how to do in order to be successful at that goal? Next up, which led to my vision of growing my author career, growing my business, and spreading the message. So that was my vision. And yes, self-publishing a book really did that. And so what was your vision that you imagined would happen? Another great question on this same vibe is, what are you grateful for now that you used to wish you had? I love that question. And so really, what was your vision that you were working so hard to achieve, and then you achieved it? And that's the final question. So one of my biggest goals for 2024 is actually really going further and personalizing the map to infinite creativity. This is a map I created in order to help people through the stages of the creative process so that it becomes inevitable that they accomplish their goals. There are so many myths about writing, about creativity, etc. And so it's really important to have a clear map in order to get where you want to go. And so one thing I really want to know is, what are your creative aspirations and what are the biggest blocks and challenges that are stopping you from achieving those dreams? So I've also linked below a very quick survey. It's 5 questions long, takes less than 2 minutes to finish. If you would, and you don't need to give me your email or anything like that, I'm just really interested in gathering the information so I can improve upon this map, the content, and the book that will go along with it in order to help you achieve your creative dreams. So every single Friday, I'm putting out a new video in order to help you with your creative process. So subscribe to the channel, and I will see you tomorrow with the next video on our Writing Goals 2024. So much love. Ciao for now.